Hey, this is Matt Stevens from Rock Point Community Church. Of course, if you're watching this, you probably already know that if you go to Rock Point, you're part of the production team. I want to do a quick, brief tutorial about the essentials of ProPresenter 3 for Sunday usage. We find that there's times where you guys need to know stuff, and sometimes I'm not going to be around or I'm really busy, and I'm hoping this will be a great training tool for you guys to get a brief overview of the odds and ends for ProPresenter on Sunday. First, I'd like to start off with the end page. Just go over a couple things that you see here on the screen and what they do. Over here to the top left, you see the video window. This will show you a display of what is happening on the screen, videos and lyrics and such. Anything that's on the screen, you'll see right there. Up here, you have a Clear All tab. You have also a clear text tab, which is good if you get lost in the words or the worship leader singing something completely random and you don't know what to do, but the goal is to always have something on the screen, so you can click that and people can just follow along with what the worship leader is doing. Hopefully that will not usually be the case. You also have clear background, which allows you to keep the words up there and leave something on the screen again. Always the goal is to leave something on the screen. You can do this to create a mood if the background is moving too fast and you want it to be slower or people to focus more on the words, or the background is just going schizophrenic and you don't know what to do. You can always clear the background. And of course, there's clear audio, but typically we don't do that. On a Sunday. We have logo, which we don't use, live, which we don't use, and resources. Over here to the top right is a audio slider. Audio slider again is something we typically don't use because we play all our audio through the Canopus, which I'll talk a little bit about a little bit later. And this does not control the Canopus. Over here in the foreground section is your slideshow, which will either have slides for quips or host or lyrics and videos for the worship leader or the audience, transition videos and series videos. So this is the playlist. In essence, you can either click by pushing the button on the way down, or you can click using the mouse. And that's kind of how that works. You can skip around, especially if you're clicking with the mouse. And there's some other shortcuts, but we don't have to go into that. One thing that you will have to know how to do in the playlist or foreground images is learn how to add and remove backgrounds. This can be easily done by either if you have a right-click mouse, which is like a typical computer mouse, you can right-click, or if you have just the pad on the computer, you can control and then click, and that will right-click. In here, you have a couple options. The options you guys will probably use the most will be remove the video. This is buttons right there. Or in the case of Pro number 2, the worship leader monitor, remove media from slides. You can add those slides again by clicking onto videos. Now, the videos right now are not sequenced in this order on the computers on Sunday because they crashed at one point and I lost all that data and have not had time to re-input it. But what you have to do is click on the video you want. You'll hold down Command. It'll turn highlight blue, and it'll have a little image, and you'll drag and drop. And that is how you would add background videos to the slides as needed. Another thing to know about this is when you're adding a video that has audio. We have to do this a specific way because of the way the Canopus works, and ProPresenter ProPresenter does not like to keep its settings, so I do not add the videos with audio typically into ProPresenter. So what you have to do, there's two ways to do this. So one is to add a slide, control click, set that foreground image, and then you would go and find the video that you're looking for, such as this series in your move, part 1, and choose. And then the video will show up and you will be able to play that video. When you play that video, it brings up this toolbar down here, which is pause, you can fast forward, you can reverse. A lot of these things you probably won't use, it's just pretty much play. You can also drag this and loop it as needed. So that's how that works. Another way of moving this around would be to actually go to Finder. You go to the series folder, and you can drag, just click on it, move it over, you'll see a plus sign, and drop it, and that will create a slide and do the exact same thing. So that's how you would do that. Another thing to take notice is in here, besides remove the media, you can also delete in here as well, and copy and paste. So you have those options down there, something else you'd use on a Sunday. You can also add and delete here by clicking this button. You just highlight that, and the slide you want to delete, click the minus sign, and it'll delete. You can also add a slide by clicking before the slide. One other thing to take note is being able to move slides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to collect a couple slides right here. What you can do is hold down Command or Apple, click, and you'll see these turn blue. Then as you want to move them, you'll again hold down Command, and you'll see how many you're moving, and then you'll see this blue strip. That blue strip will show you where you're wanting to move it, drag and drop it. So that's how that would work. Another thing to know about this foreground area is how to edit individual slides. You typically would need to edit a slide if words are spelled incorrectly, or there is a difference in what the worship leader is singing. Sometimes we can catch that or not. You know, sometimes what I import from online isn't exactly correct, or it's the wrong version of the song I'm using. And what you would do is you would do this a number of ways. The easiest way, honestly, is by clicking Edit. You go in here, you can change the area of where the words are at. You can change the font sizes and the font and the color and the position of the slides, and that's where you would do most of your editing. You would do your editing, click Done, and then you go back here. Another way to do this as well is Control, go to Edit Slide, does the same thing. You can format it down here really fast. This is typically good for Pro 2, which is the worship leader monitor. You can move everything to the middle, everything to the right, the left, middle, up, down, change the font size, color, and such. Last place that you can edit things is also going to Quick Edit by clicking on the slide. You get this small little thing. This usually works actually better when it's larger. Quick Edit again, and you can change it there. You would get this little light blue exterior with this X. Once you made the change, click X, and the change has been made.